Life is full of obstacles, and sometimes it feels like things are spiraling out of control. But what if I told you there's a way to stay calm, steady, and unshakable no matter what life throws at you? That's the power of Stoicism. For centuries, Stoic thinkers like Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus mastered the art of inner peace, and their teachings remain just as relevant today as they were thousands of years ago. In a world that constantly tests us, Stoicism provides the tools to rise above chaos and live with purpose and strength. Whether you're dealing with stress, navigating relationships, or finding your path, a Stoic mindset can transform how you view life. So if you've ever felt overwhelmed or stuck, now is the time to take charge. Today, I'm sharing practical Stoic strategies to help you elevate your life step by step. Before we dive in, if you enjoy what we do here, please subscribe to the channel and stick around until the end of the video, as each strategy builds on the next. Let's get into it. 1. Prioritize yourself. I know what you might be thinking. Life is hectic. You have obligations, people to care for, work piling up. But here's the truth. If you don't make yourself a priority, no one else will. You've probably heard the saying, you can't pour from an empty cup, right? Well, that's real. If you always put yourself last, you'll end up drained, unfocused, and even unmotivated. Prioritizing yourself isn't selfish. It's about ensuring you're in your best physical, mental, and emotional state so you can fully dedicate yourself to the people and activities that matter to you. Start with small gestures. Carve out a few minutes every morning just for you. Whether it's meditating, writing down your goals, or simply taking a deep breath and setting an intention for the day. That's your time. Begin with personal affirmations. I know it might feel strange to look in the mirror and say, I am capable, or I overcome challenges. But trust me, over time, your mind starts to accept what you repeat. It's not just about feeling good in the moment. It's about reprogramming your brain to be stronger and more confident in the long run. Another key point about prioritizing yourself is setting boundaries. We all have people or situations that drain our energy, and learning to say no to what doesn't serve you is liberating. It creates space for what truly matters, for what motivates and inspires you. You are not a supporting character in your own life. When you put yourself first, you lay the foundation for the rest of your life to thrive. And you know what's even better? The more you take care of yourself, the more you have to offer others. Everyone benefits. So today, ask yourself, how can I prioritize my needs? And what small steps can I take to ensure I'm not always running on empty? Enhance your appearance. Now, before you think this is just about vanity, let me clarify. There's more depth to this than it seems. Improving your appearance isn't about adhering to beauty standards or obsessing over every little detail. It's about presenting yourself as the best version of yourself, and that starts with how you show up in the world. Think about it. When you feel good about how you look, it boosts your confidence. And when you're confident, you walk taller, speak more assertively, and face challenges with more courage. It's not just about looking good, it's about feeling good. But here's the secret. It's not about perfection, it's about authenticity. Find a style that suits you, whether it's a polished outfit, a more casual look, or something unique. The key is to wear what makes you feel comfortable and secure. Your style is an extension of who you are, and when your appearance reflects how you feel inside, everything aligns. And don't overlook the small details. Maintain good hygiene, keep your clothes tidy, and be mindful of your posture. These simple gestures send a message to the world and to yourself that you value who you are. This doesn't require spending a lot or following trends. It's about self-respect. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control, and your appearance is something you can take care of. When you look after yourself on the outside, it often reflects how you're feeling on the inside. And remember, this isn't about impressing others. It's about how you present yourself to yourself. When you wear something that resonates with who you are, you reinforce your value. You're telling the world and yourself, I'm here and ready for whatever comes my way. So think about it. How can you enhance your appearance in a way that makes sense to you? Maybe it's trying a new hairstyle or simply paying more attention to your posture. Whatever it is, make sure it reflects the confidence you're building inside. 2. Keep a smile on your face. I know there are days when everything feels tough, and the last thing you want to do is smile. But here's the thing. Your smile is more powerful than it seems. It's not just about looking friendly. Smiling has a direct effect on your mood and your brain chemistry. When you smile, even if you're not feeling particularly great, your brain releases chemicals that make you feel better, like dopamine and serotonin. It's like a little boost of happiness you can activate anytime. And the best part? It works, even if you have to force it at first. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying to walk around pretending everything is perfect when it's not. Stoicism teaches us that life isn't about ignoring problems, but about controlling how we respond to them. Smiling in tough times isn't pretending everything is okay. It's choosing how you face adversity. It's deciding to bring a little positivity into your day, no matter the circumstances. That simple smile can change your mindset and help you stay calm and centered. When things get tough, here's where it gets even more interesting. Your smile is contagious. When you smile at someone, that person tends to smile back, often without realizing it. It's something that spreads. Think about how a simple smile from a stranger can brighten your day. You have the same power to spread positivity, whether at work, with friends, or in stressful situations. And guess what? Smiling even changes how you sound. Try it when you're on the phone. People can sense the difference in your voice when you smile. So how do you make this a habit? Start your day with a smile, even before you get out of bed. Smile at yourself in the mirror while getting ready and try to find moments throughout the day to smile, even if it's just for yourself. Over time, it becomes second nature. Remember, smiling isn't about ignoring life's problems. It's about facing them with the strength and positivity that Stoicism teaches. A smile is one of the simplest and most powerful tools you have. So use it. Trust me, it can make more of a difference than you might think. Number 3, keep a sense of kindness. The truth is, there will always be people in your life who drain your energy or have bad intentions. It might be a coworker, an acquaintance, or even someone in your family. But here's the secret. Just because someone is complicated or negative doesn't mean you have to be too. You can stay kind while protecting your peace by setting boundaries. Stoicism teaches us to remain calm and balanced, regardless of how others behave. And part of that is knowing when to step away. Being kind doesn't mean letting people take advantage of you. In fact, it's quite the opposite. Being kind is about showing respect for others and for yourself. You can be kind and still say no when someone is asking too much. You might care about someone's well-being, but you can keep them at a distance if they're constantly negative or draining your energy. It's a balance between staying true to your principles and taking care of your own well-being. You don't owe anyone unlimited access to your time or emotions, especially if it's harming your peace. Here's how to do it. Set clear boundaries with people. You don't need to justify yourself or feel guilty for prioritizing your own needs. It's perfectly okay to reduce contact with toxic individuals who constantly drain your energy. This doesn't mean you're being harsh or unkind. It simply means you're choosing to spend your energy more wisely. Stoicism reminds us that we can only control our actions, not those of others, and sometimes the best way to maintain control is by limiting our exposure to negative people. The beauty of staying kind while setting boundaries is that it actually helps to avoid unnecessary conflicts. You're not being aggressive or defensive, you're just calmly and respectfully protecting your space. By doing this, you not only preserve your energy, but also set an example for others. People will notice that your kindness doesn't mean you'll always say yes or accept negative behavior. So the next time you feel exhausted by someone's presence or overwhelmed by their demands, remember that it's perfectly fine to limit contact. Stay kind, but keep your distance when necessary. After all, Stoicism isn't about cutting people out of your life. It's about managing your relationships in a way that brings out the best in you and those around you. Setting boundaries is a form of self-care, and when you take care of yourself, you're in a better position to be genuinely kind to others. Number 4, stay calm under pressure. We've all been there. Tight deadlines, your phone won't stop ringing, and it feels like everything is happening at once. It's easy to let stress take over. But here's the secret. Staying calm in the midst of chaos is your greatest asset. Stoicism teaches us that while we can't control what happens around us, we have total control over how we react to those situations. Stressful moments will arise, but how do you respond? That's entirely up to you. When you stay calm, your mind becomes clearer, your emotions are in check, and that's when you make the best decisions. Think about it. When you're panicking or overwhelmed, it's hard to think clearly, right? But when you take a deep breath, slow down, and focus on what you can control, you gain new clarity. One of the simplest ways to find that calm is through breathing. Seriously, the next time you feel stress creeping in, try this. Inhale deeply for 4 seconds, hold for 4, then exhale for 4. You'll be amazed at how something so simple can calm your nerves instantly. Another powerful Stoic technique is to shift your perspective on the situation. Ask yourself, will this matter in 5 years? Most of the time, the answer is no. By viewing things through this new lens, you immediately lessen the impact they have on you. Sure, it might be stressful in the moment, but if it won't matter in the long run, is it worth worrying about so much? By expanding your view this way, you remember what truly matters and what can be let go. One of the main teachings of Stoicism is to focus on what is within our control. In any stressful situation, there's always something you can control: your thoughts, your actions, and your attitude. You may not have control over a deadline change, but you can manage your time. You might not control someone else's behavior, but you can control how you respond to them. By channeling your energy into what you can manage, you avoid wasting energy on what's beyond your control. Staying calm doesn't mean you're ignoring stress or pretending everything is fine. It means you're choosing to handle stress with a tranquil and focused mind. It's about being steady when everything around you is unstable. And let me tell you, people notice when you stay calm under pressure. They trust you more, are drawn to your calm energy, and look to you for guidance. So the next time life throws you into a stressful situation, pause, breathe, and focus on what's within your reach. This will not only help you handle the situation better, but also make you feel more in control of your own mind and emotions, just as the Stoics taught us. Number 5, define your path. In a world that's always trying to tell you what to do, who to be, and how to live, defining your own path is an act of rebellion. It's about taking control of your life and steering it where you want, not where others are pushing. But here's the thing. Charting your course isn't just about chasing your dreams or doing what feels good in the moment. It's about aligning your life with your values, those things that truly matter on a deeper level. So what's the first step? Get clear on what your core values are. What really matters to you? Is it freedom, creativity, family, growth? Whatever it is, these values become your compass. They guide your decisions and help you stay grounded when things get tough. If you're unsure what your values are, take some time to reflect on moments when you felt most fulfilled or proud of yourself. Chances are those experiences were in line with your core values. Once you know what truly motivates you, it's easier to stay on course because you won't be easily swayed by others' expectations. Next, set goals that are true to you. And I'm not talking about goals that sound good on paper or that others think you should have. I mean authentic and meaningful goals that excite you and align with your values. Success looks different for everyone, and it's easy to get caught up in someone else's version of success. But Stoicism teaches us to live according to our own principles, not society's expectations. So ask yourself, what does success look like for me? How do I want my life to look in 5 or 10 years? Charting your path isn't always comfortable. Often it means stepping out of your comfort zone and embracing the unknown. Growth happens when you challenge yourself, and that can be uncomfortable at times. But that's where Stoicism comes in. Stoics remind us that discomfort is where real growth happens. The obstacles you face, they aren't barriers. They're opportunities to become better, stronger, and more resilient. So as you carve your own path, be ready to face a little discomfort along the way. It's part of the process. And don't forget, this is a journey, not a race. Defining your course doesn't mean you have to have everything figured out now or have every step perfectly planned. Life changes and so will your path. The important thing is to keep moving forward, Stay curious and be willing to adapt when necessary. Keep learning, keep growing, and be open to the idea that your course may change as you discover more about yourself and the world around you. Trust your intuition. While it's great to seek advice from others, no one knows you better than you. Your intuition is often a reflection of your values, experiences, and goals. So learn to trust it. Stoics believe that wisdom comes from within, and that's something you should carry with you as you chart your path. You have the ability to navigate your own life, and when you stay true to who you are, you'll find that the path you create brings you the most fulfillment. So take the wheel, define your course, and steer your life in the direction that feels right for you. Number 6, stand your ground. This point is about standing firm in who you are and what you believe in. And believe me, in today's world, that takes courage. Everywhere you look, someone is telling you how to think, what to care about, and how to live your life. But the Stoics teach us that true strength comes from within, and standing your ground means holding on to your values, even when it feels like the whole world is trying to pull you in a different direction. Standing your ground starts with a deep understanding of your values. What matters most to you? What are your non-negotiables? It could be honesty, loyalty, personal growth, or anything else that is central to who you are. Once you're clear about your values, it becomes easier to make decisions and act in accordance with them. It's like having a solid foundation. No matter what happens around you, you know where you stand. And when challenges or disagreements arise, you won't be shaken easily because you're anchored in something deeper than just what's happening at the moment. But here's the thing. Standing your ground isn't always about shouting your beliefs from the rooftops or engaging in debates with those who disagree with you. Sometimes it's as simple as living in a way that reflects your values. Your actions speak louder than words. If honesty is one of your values, live that out in your daily life. If kindness is a priority for you, show it through your actions, even when it's tough. People notice when someone lives what they preach, and that kind of integrity can be more powerful than any argument or speech. Let's be realistic. Sometimes standing firm in your beliefs means standing alone. That can be tough. We all want to feel accepted, and it's easy to go along with the crowd to avoid conflict. But Stoicism teaches us that it's better to be true to yourself and your values than to fit in at the cost of your integrity. Epictetus, one of the great Stoic philosophers, said, "If you want to improve, be willing to be thought foolish and stupid." It's a reminder that growth and the strength often come at times when you're willing to stand out, even if that makes you unpopular or misunderstood. You don't have to fight every battle, though. Part of standing your ground is knowing when to speak up and when to let things slide. Not every situation requires you to dig in your heels. Choose your battles wisely. Focus on the ones that really matter to you. It's okay to let minor things go, as long as they don't compromise your core values. The Stoics remind us to conserve our energy for what truly counts, and that's a skill worth mastering. So how do you start to stand your ground? Begin by getting clear on what you believe in. Then make small, consistent choices that reflect those beliefs. Over time, you'll find that your actions become an unwavering reflection of your values. This kind of strength and consistency is magnetic. People will respect you more, not just for what you believe, but for how you live those beliefs every day. And, most importantly, you'll respect yourself more. So plant your feet firmly, know what you believe in, and don't be afraid to live it out, even if that sometimes means standing alone. Number 7, cultivate your sense of humor. Humor is an incredibly powerful tool in life, especially when things get tough. The Stoics understood this, and even though they are often seen as serious and reserved, they recognize the importance of maintaining a lighthearted approach. Life can be heavy, no doubt, but cultivating your sense of humor helps you navigate challenges with grace and resilience. It's not about being a comedian or making others laugh all the time. It's about developing a perspective that allows you to see the lighter side of things, even when everything feels overwhelming. One of the best ways to cultivate your humor is to learn to laugh at yourself. We all take ourselves a bit too seriously at times, and being able to joke about our quirks or mistakes shows confidence, disarms others, puts them at ease, and, most importantly, keeps you from getting bogged down by your own ego. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca said, "He who laughs at himself never runs out of things to laugh at." It's a reminder that when you can find humor in your own imperfections, life doesn't feel so heavy. A sense of humor also helps keep things in perspective. When you train yourself to notice the absurdities of everyday life, the little ironies and contradictions, it becomes easier to let go of what really doesn't matter. For example, being stuck in traffic can ruin your day, or it can be something you can laugh about. Maybe you missed breakfast and are feeling grumpy. Instead of sinking into frustration, find the humor in how silly it is to let something so small affect your mood. It's all about shifting your mindset. Timing is also an essential part of humor. Not every situation calls for a joke, but knowing when to add a little lightness can lighten the mood, reduce tension, and even build stronger connections with others. Think about how difficult conversations become easier when there's a touch of humor involved. It doesn't make the problem disappear, but it makes it more manageable. Humor shows that you're not taking everything so seriously that it breaks you. It demonstrates flexibility, and people are drawn to that. However, humor doesn't just help in social situations. It's also a great way to deal with personal challenges. When you're going through a tough time, finding even a small point of humor in the situation can make a big difference. It shifts the focus from how hard things are to how resilient you are for finding something to laugh about in the middle of it. It doesn't mean you're ignoring your problems. It means you choose to face them with a little more lightness. So how do you start cultivating your sense of humor? Begin by observing the world around you. Life is full of weird and funny moments if you pay attention. Read widely, exploring different styles of writing, humor, and even philosophy. Exposure to different perspectives will help you develop your own unique brand of humor. Practice not taking yourself too seriously and embrace those little moments where you can find humor, even in challenges. Remember, humor isn't about being the funniest person in the room. It's about maintaining a perspective that helps you stay resilient. Life is serious enough. Having a sense of humor is a way to keep yourself balanced and centered, even when things get tough. So go ahead, cultivate that humor. It's a small but powerful tool that can help you navigate life's ups and downs with a smile. Number 8, be respectful. This may seem obvious, but respect is often overlooked in the fast-paced and sometimes self-centered world we live in. Stoicism places great value on treating others with dignity and respect, regardless of their status, opinions, or actions. Here's why this is important. When you show respect for others, it not only lifts them up, but it also reflects positively on you. It's about recognizing the worth that every person has, no matter who they are or where they come from. Being respectful doesn't mean you have to agree with everyone, or even like everyone. It's more about acknowledging everyone's right to their own ideas, feelings, and experiences. You don't need to share someone's beliefs to treat them courteously. In fact, some of the most meaningful connections happen when we disagree, but still listen to and respect each other's opinions. The Stoics remind us that we can't control how others act, but we can always control how we respond. Choosing to respond with respect shows your character, not the other person's behavior. One of the easiest ways to demonstrate respect is simply by listening. In a world where everyone is talking, it's rare to find someone who truly listens. But when you do, it makes a big impact. People feel valued when you take the time to hear them out, and in return, they are more likely to show respect to you as well. It's not just about waiting for your turn to speak. It's about truly understanding what the other person is saying. Respect often starts with the simple act of giving someone your full attention. Another important aspect of being respectful is learning how to disagree without being rude. We won't always agree with everyone, and that's okay. But how we handle those disagreements says a lot about us. You can stand up for your beliefs without being harsh or dismissive. It's all about how you communicate. The Stoics were masters at this. They believed in standing firm in their principles while doing so calmly and rationally. The next time you find yourself in a disagreement, try to stay calm and focus on the issue, not the person. You'll see that respect can ease tension and lead to more productive conversations. Respect also shows up in the little things, being on time, acknowledging someone's effort, or even just saying thank you. These small gestures may seem insignificant, but they add up. They show that you value the time, energy, and contributions of others. And here's the point. Respect is a two-way street. When you treat others with respect, you create an environment where they are more likely to return that respect. It's a powerful way to build stronger relationships. Number 9, healthy relationships. Maintaining healthy relationships, both in personal and professional life, is crucial. However, remember that respect doesn't mean pleasing everyone or being permissive. It doesn't mean you should allow others to disrespect you or cross your boundaries. You can be firm and assertive while still being respectful. In fact, part of respecting others is also respecting yourself. Knowing when to stand up for your rights, set boundaries, and walk away from toxic situations is essential. The Stoics believed in balance, and that includes balancing kindness and respect for others with respect for yourself. So as you go about your day, look for opportunities to show respect, whether through big or small gestures. Whether it's listening more attentively, arriving on time, or being polite in a difficult conversation, these acts of respect not only improve your relationships but also make you a stronger, more centered person. Stoicism teaches us that we are all part of a larger community, and when we respect one another, we help strengthen the bonds that connect us. In the end, being respectful to everyone isn't just about them. It's about creating a better, more mindful version of yourself. Number 10, set clear boundaries. Setting boundaries means knowing where your limits are and ensuring that others understand them too. It's easy to lose yourself trying to please everyone or to become overwhelmed, but without clear boundaries, you will eventually burn out. Stoicism teaches us the importance of protecting our inner peace and focusing on what we can control, and setting clear boundaries is one of the best ways to maintain that sense of control. The first step is to know your own boundaries. What makes you comfortable? What are your non-negotiables? It could be about the time you dedicate to work, how you expect to be treated in relationships, or even simple things like not checking emails after a certain hour. Knowing your limits helps you stay aligned with your values and prevents you from taking on more than you can handle. It's about creating space for you to thrive, not just survive. And let's be honest, if you don't set boundaries, people will naturally cross them, often without realizing it. Communicating those boundaries is crucial. You can't expect people to know where your lines are if you don't tell them. Whether at work, in a friendship, or in a family dynamic, be clear about what is acceptable to you and what isn't. And here's the thing, you don't need to explain or justify your boundaries. A simple no, or that doesn't work for me, is enough. When you communicate your boundaries clearly, you're not being rude. You're respecting your own needs and energy. Most people will respect you for being straightforward, even if it feels uncomfortable at first. One of the toughest aspects of setting clear boundaries is consistency. You need to stick to the boundaries you've set, or they won't mean anything. If you constantly change your boundaries, saying yes to things you don't want to do, or allowing people to cross lines you've established, it not only confuses others but also weakens your own sense of control. Consistency builds trust, both in yourself and in others. When you uphold your boundaries, people know where you stand, and over time, they'll learn to respect those boundaries. It's not about being rigid, it's about being reliable and true to your values. Remember that boundaries go both ways. Just as you want others to respect yours, it's important to respect theirs as well. We all have different comfort zones and capacities, and recognizing that in others helps build stronger, healthier relationships. And don't forget, saying no isn't selfish. It's self-care. Sometimes we feel guilty for setting boundaries, especially if it means disappointing someone. But Stoicism reminds us that we can't control how others react, only how we act. If setting a boundary brings you more peace, focus, or alignment with your priorities, then it's the right decision, regardless of how others might feel in the moment. In the long run, everyone benefits when you are clear about what you can and cannot do. You're less likely to feel overwhelmed or harbor resentment, which makes you more present and effective in the things you say yes to. So here's the point. Boundaries aren't barriers that shut people out. They are guidelines that help you protect your time, energy, and peace of mind. They allow you to give your best to the people and projects that truly matter. Start by identifying an area of your life where you need to establish clearer boundaries and take action. It can be as simple as not checking work emails after a certain hour, or as complex as setting limits in a challenging relationship. Whatever it is, make sure it reflects your values and priorities, and don't be afraid to reinforce them. Ultimately, setting clear boundaries is one of the best ways to show respect for yourself and for others. Number 11, eliminate negative energy. This can be one of the most important things you can do to improve your life. Negative energy can come from many sources: people, habits, places, and even your own thoughts. And if you're not careful, it can drain you faster than anything else. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control and to let go of what doesn't help us. Eliminating negative energy is about claiming your mental space and making room for good things, growth, and resilience. Start by taking an honest look at the people around you. Who lifts you up? Who drains your energy? Sometimes we maintain relationships out of obligation or habit, but if someone is constantly bringing negativity into your life, it might be time to reassess how much access they have to your energy. This doesn't mean you need to cut people off completely, but you can set boundaries or reduce contact with those who don't add value to your life. The Stoics prioritized quality over quantity when it came to relationships. Surround yourself with people who inspire you, positively challenge you, and support your growth. But negative energy doesn't just come from other people, it can also come from within. Pay attention to what you say to yourself. Are you always self-sabotaging, criticizing your actions, or expecting the worst? That's negative energy too. One of the most powerful things you can do is challenge those negative thoughts when they arise. Shift your focus. Instead of thinking about what could go wrong, concentrate on what could go right. The way you talk to yourself is very important. Stoicism emphasizes the need to control our internal world, and that starts with recognizing and changing negative thought patterns. Another source of negative energy might be your environment. Look around. Does your space make you feel calm and productive, or is it messy and chaotic? Sometimes a cluttered environment can contribute to stress and negative feelings without us even realizing it. Tidying up your physical space can also help clear your mind. Create an environment that reflects the energy you want to attract into your life. Even small changes like organizing your desk or tidying up your home can make a big difference in how you feel each day. Additionally, the habits you have matter. Negative energy likes to hide in time-wasting activities and bad routines. Whether it's endlessly scrolling through social media, procrastinating, or neglecting your health, these habits can undermine your mental and physical well-being. The key is to be intentional about where you spend your time and energy. Make a list of your daily habits. What's helping you and what's just draining you? Eliminate what doesn't serve you and replace it with something more positive, like reading, exercising, or simply taking time to rest and recharge. Eliminating negative energy doesn't mean creating a perfect, problem-free life. It's about being intentional with your energy and focusing on things that bring out the best in you. Sometimes that means making tough decisions, like letting go of toxic relationships, changing bad habits, or confronting your own negative thoughts. But the rewards are huge. When you eliminate negativity, you create space for growth, good things, and a sense of peace. The Stoics believe that the quality of your life is directly linked to your ability to manage what's within your control. Negative energy may not be something you can avoid entirely, but how you handle it is entirely up to you. By cutting out what doesn't serve you, you free up your energy to focus on what really matters. So take a moment to think. What is the biggest source of negative energy in your life right now? And what can you do to start eliminating it? Remember, small steps lead to big changes, and by removing negativity, you make room for a more focused and fulfilling life. Before you finish, keep this in mind. Your life is shaped by what you accept and what you cut out. Every decision you make to prioritize yourself, set boundaries, and protect your energy brings you closer to becoming the best version of yourself. You have the power to control how you react to life, and that's where true strength lies. If you're ready to continue developing these strategies, check out one of the suggested videos on the screen. They'll take you even further on your Stoic journey. Thank you for watching the video. Stay strong, keep centered, and keep moving forward.